Welcome back, everyone, to the Pinnacle Cup. It's me, Travis, and he, Hayes, back at it again for two more best of threes to decide the two final quarter-final spots. First one being Copenhagen Flames versus Endpoint. Banger.
I'm looking forward to this game. I mean, Copenhagen Flames have just been in red-hot form lately, kind of living up to their namesake, right? Just absolutely dominating and looking really good. Definitely the favorites coming into this game. As for Endpoint, their opponents, I would say that they've definitely got potential. We've seen glimpses, but they've got their work cut out for them, man. Like, it's going to be such a tough game here for Endpoint.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, Copenhagen Flames have already played Endpoint in this very event and took them down pretty easily, 16-5, 16-11, with another incredibly high quality performance from Yabi and Roy, who incidentally are the two top-rated players in the whole tournament, mostly thanks to that absolute obliteration of Anonymo that we were so lucky to cast the other day. But yeah, I have a feeling that Endpoint might have something better to show today, because who knows? They're going to learn a lot from that previous matchup, and there we go. You can see this portion of the bracket right now. They get a chance to go through to the invite stage, and Ents is there, ready and waiting.
Yeah, I mean, tough opponent waiting in the wings, right, for whoever wins this game between Endpoint and Copenhagen Flames. I mean, listen, a team not too long ago, both these teams would have fancied themselves against, but over the past 3-4 months, Ents have just taken a bit of a rocket trajectory. So that's how the bottom of the bracket looks. Of course, Dignitas is going to be playing against BLUEJAYS there as well. BLUEJAYS get a bit of a reprieve, don't they? As OG ended up having to depart from the event, essentially. Yeah. Depart from the event, yeah, exactly. And they brought in Dignitas in their place. That's maybe they're a bit happy with that. Either way, Trav, Copenhagen Flames versus Endpoint. Let's bring up the rosters of both of these teams as we get into this first round of the quarterfinals, right? So I think we've called it.
Yeah, but absolutely. Yeah, this is the first time that we the last two spots available in those actual invite stage quarterfinals, because obviously there's a first stage and then a second stage. So yeah, and then we go. The team that we casted only the other day against Anonymo, that map of Nuke, that 16-0 against Anonymo, will live long in the memory. Yabi, Roy, they just absolutely popped off. They had, 45 kills between them. Absolutely remarkable. And even Hooksy, when he was called upon, just destroyed everyone. Nico, I think, only went 6-1 on that entire map. That just shows how little he needed to do, because they were just owning everyone with the rifles. Absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, that was just certainly a spectacle to behold. And as I said, this Copenhagen Flames team have been in some fantastic form lately. Just, pretty much steamrolling everybody that they go up against, looking really well oiled. The system is working very well at the moment. And as you said, all the individuals are in great form as well. So let's bring up their opponents, Endpoint, who, as I said, are the underdogs here. But we know that they have a heavy hitting side to them as well when everybody's firing. Boros is just absolutely lights out with the rifle. We've seen Nerds do some nasty work as well. I want to just shout out to Crucial and the AWP, Surreal, and Mighty Max. We've seen him have some big multi-kills, in particular against ITB in that previous series. So Endpoint have what it takes to fight here and go on to win the series too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, as I said, they would have learned a lot from their 2-0 loss against Copenhagen Flames in this very event. I mean, they lost 16-11 and 16-5. Very, very comfortable it was for Copenhagen Flames. But again, that was a series where basically their 3-star players, Nico, Roy, Yabi, all had a really good best of 3. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out. As you say, Copenhagen Flames have been very solid at the moment. Endpoint, they've been a little bit up and down. They did enough to make it through, of course, taking down their UK counterparts into the breach. But yeah, we're going to jump into the veto now and see whether we see Overpass and Vertigo again, because these are two maps which these two teams play a lot. I expect to see Dust 2 gone immediately. What next?
Normally, when you're the team who lost the previous series, when you play against the same team later, you try and change up the way that you go about the matchup, right? Overpass, stock standard again for Copenhagen Flames. This time, though, Endpoint will go for Mirage. So there's exactly that variation I was referring to instead of picking Vertigo. Does look like it's going to be the decider, though.
Aha, yes, okay. So we do get Vertigo as the decider. This is actually an interesting map pool. Unfortunately, for Endpoint, I actually feel like their map pool doesn't necessarily stack up against Copenhagen Flames too well, just in general. Because even though they're going to get the pick of Mirage, which is their most played map this year, they played it, I think, this will be their 26th time playing it on HLTV.
Sure.
at least. So that's a hell of a lot. But the problem is Copenhagen Flames, in the small, in the few attempts they've had on that map, have been incredibly successful, and they are a great Mirage team. They've been NIP on that map in Katowice, for example. So like, yeah, it's a tough one. And if we get to Vertigo, I think Endpoint will actually have done a good job.
Yeah, I mean, if they do get to Vertigo, I feel like it could still be a bit of a close game. I feel like Vertigo should still go the way of Copenhagen Flames regardless. We've seen that it's a map they've been picking quite regularly in some important series, a map that they've been playing well on in general. Both Yabby and Roy love that map. Yabby just flies around with the rifle on the T side. It's so tough to contain him. So it's not even like, oh, if you get to Vertigo, maybe there's a 50-50 map, waiting and maybe a chance for an upset. I think that Copenhagen Flames on every single map here, Mirage into Overpass, into Vertigo, are going to be feeling incredibly comfortable throughout, or rather flip those first two maps around, but they're going to be very comfortable throughout the entirety of the series, in my opinion, and it's going to be tough for Endpoint. It's going to be really tough to make this upset a reality.
Yeah, I think that is the, as you say, the unfortunate reality of this series. The thing is, I really do like these two teams. I've followed Copenhagen Flames since even before their major run, when they were starting to look good online, when they had older rosters as well. Endpoint, of course, have been through multiple guises. And I think if Boris has a good game today, I always pin my hopes on him, basically, because his actually had insane quality and insane first bullet aim. But let's see. That is to be seen, and we're about to get underway in map 1. Hayes, let's go.
Yeah, we are getting straight into the thick of things here. Pistol round is underway. Endpoints, obviously, with the choice of sides, find themselves on the favored half here of Overpass. Bit of utility in play here for the IGL as well, but no kit, notably. So if they do end up in a bit of a retake, that might be something to keep in mind. As for Copenhagen Flames, they just take their time. They set themselves up, see if there's any early aggression that might come through, and then they start to take a bit of shape in the round.
Yeah. Interesting that Endpoint actually haven't gone for a kit in this round. Max has just got the utility, which is curious. Obviously, Overpass is a very open map, so it's one of the few maps which, you can retake on pretty easily. But first we need to see Surreal defend the site. He's under a lot of pressure now. They managed to get their way into a truck with a couple of flashes. Hooksy gets the assist for that. Yeah, that's the problem. They've just with that one flashbang, they've forced Surreal back, taken him down. Now this retake is looking very, very difficult.
Yeah, flashbang coming over the top of Mighty Max to try and set his players in towards the side, but Nico Dodge with a beautiful boost. Well, he's actually boosting up his teammate. He's the one who still finds the kills, though. Either way, it's a 4 versus 1. Only Mighty Max left remaining. Try to set up his teammates in the end, just set them up for death, essentially. He'll end up receiving the same treatment as well. Nice execute coming through from Copenhagen Flames, keeping things really simple.
Exactly, that was super nice. And in the end, that one flash to deal with Surreal, it means they can obviously plant where they want to plant in the end, because the site's completely clear, no worries. And then that little boost on truck, of course. I mean, you can actually see over the top of that angle. But yeah, the fact that they were doubled up, makes that look very easy indeed. But yeah, very good start for Copenhagen Flames, and that will put, of course, Endpoint onto the force buy with Crucial on that scout. As we see so often, he can do some dirty work on that gun, but having at least committed to 4 rifles here, Copenhagen Flames, not a full SMG buy.
My concern for Endpoints in the series is if all 4 of their players, outside of Mighty Max, don't pitch up and have, a significant impact in the fragging department. I don't think that they're going to be able to keep up with Copenhagen Flames here in this playoff match. I think, Copenhagen Flames are in such good form right now. Fight comes through towards long, double peek, double pick. Mighty Max looking to find that second kill, back and forth, bobbing and weaving. Does damage, but loses his life. And just to cap off the point, yeah, I kind of feel like Copenhagen Flames are just in a really good place right now. Endpoints have shown, glimpses and passages, but I don't think that they're at their best form. And I just think Copenhagen Flames are, unless all of Endpoints are pitching up in a big way here, and we see it like an overperformance almost, this should be a, Copenhagen Flames victory, Don't want to say certainly, but...
I mean, nothing's a certainty in Counter-Strike, that's for sure. But yeah, I'll be a hard on from Point today. I'm looking forward to see how they do, though, because I want to see something new. Because they of course, especially on this map, which is the map we'll see, we are seeing 2 maps, if we do get to a decider, that we did see in that original series, in this very event, just with Vertigo as a decider instead. And yeah, I want to see something new from Endpoint. Well, not something new, but something different on Overpass. Maybe be a bit more aggressive. Maybe try and punish Copenhagen Flames, get in their faces a bit more, show a bit of, I wouldn't say a lack of respect, but a bit more confidence perhaps. But I did check into that match before. And I saw that, it was quite easy at the end of the day for Copenhagen Flames. But, this is, again, another map which they are very good on. And historically, Danish players have been very good on this map, haven't they?
Of course. Absolutely. Always used to think that Overpass was somewhere in Denmark until I find out it's actually in Berlin. So, there we go.
Exactly.
It feels like it should have been somewhere in Denmark, like a little park somewhere in Copenhagen. There's Device's tree that he used to climb when he was a kid.
Well, I mean, maybe that's why he was so good on Overpass for so long, because he knows every single pixel of bark on that tree. So.
Exactly. Yeah, it's literally his home.
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like there's a bit of a hole in Counter-Strike without him here right now. But anyway, I mean, that's a conversation maybe if the pause goes on for an extended period. Should be hopefully not too long before we get Hooksy, the helm of Copenhagen Flames, back into the team. Now, into the game, should I say. Of course, this is the playoffs of the Pinnacle Cup. It's day number 1, guys. We had 8 teams that came through from the main Swiss stage into the stage of the playoffs, right? And those 8 teams play against each other. In the opening 4 games, 4 teams progress through to the next playoff stage, where they will join 4 invited teams, which are Trav, Go, Ens, Dignitas, Vitality, and...
Oh, you've put me on the spot. I believe it is Ecstatic, if I'm not mistaken.
There we go. I mean, what a big, how awesome is that from Ecstatic? They've gone from having to qualify from the regionals through to be invited into the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, unfortunately, as we said, OG, unfortunately, were originally one of the invited teams. And obviously having OG and Vitality in the invite stage would be brilliant for us. But at the same time, not everything can go perfectly, so unfortunately they had to pull out, and then they were replaced by Dignitas. So that is a pretty open portion of the bracket, as you can see. Oh, look at this! We've got mouse spinning.
He thinks it's his karambit, bro. Like he's just spinning it around the pinky there. Oh, look, he's even got the karambit motion going on. I swear, no, it's you're goated, mate. Oh yes, beautiful man. There beautiful we go.
Stuff.
Oh, Trav, Vitality. How sick to have Vitality.
Yeah, it'd be
man.
It'd be
I mean,
great.
we are going to be casting a semi-final in 2 days' time on Tuesday, right? So, wonder if KMS is listening. He is the seeding god.
Yeah, he is. But yeah, I will be curious to see how it goes, of course, because that Vitality are scheduled at the top of the bracket, and they actually have quite a clean run in, right? Because at the top of that bracket, we had 2 matches which maybe were, or 2 teams, sorry, that maybe were teams we didn't expect to actually get this far. For Glory and Trix making their way to the playoffs of this event, which is a great improvement from them. And Trix did make their way past 4 Glory 2-0, so they will get to play Ecstatic in the quarterfinal, and that should be an interesting one, the Danish derby, of course, between those 2 teams. Trix doing great work as of late, but yeah, Vitality, of course, play the winner of Mouse NXT and Skate, which is the match we're seeing later on after this one, so that one is tasty.
I think that that game between Miles NXT and Skate is probably the pick of the playoff matches in this round, actually. So what's rough is whoever wins that plays against Vitality. Are you sure? That's so scary. I'd never want to have to do that either way. Not really a scary round here for Copenhagen Flames as we shift ourselves back into the game here, Trav. It is going to be an eco from Endpoint. Of course, Bodo still has that Galil that he saved from the previous round. But should be a fairly easy conversion here, right? Into the 3-0.
I would imagine so. Someone in chat said, Hayes, are you South African? And I think you saw that and appreciated it very much. That was very cute.
What did I respond saying, Trav? Can you read that?
Yeah, no lekker hey.
Yeah, no lekker hey.
Okay. Is that good?
Nice,
or was
Trav. I appreciate that. No, I mean, probably like a 5 out of 10. I certainly, I'd be a bit like circumspect if I heard you say that somewhere, in South Africa. Either way, there's the Galil that's been dealt with. Hooks, he takes a bit of damage there in finding the second frag, but he's been able to clear that kill out as well. And Crucial in the 4 position. Yeah, I mean, no armor, it's going to be tough. Crucial is the one player I'm watching. I mean, you highlight. I think he's fairly reliable, I would say, in terms of putting up a big performance. Crucial is the one that I'm almost watching saying, mate, you definitely need to come up in a big way here as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. at all. Of course, being the AWPer, especially on CT Overpass, it's such an impactful role to play that you can play and, you know, make a difference for your team. Yabby will take the head off for Surreal, and Huxley will do the same to Crucial. It's a lovely cleanup on the anti-eco. Huxley gets 3 and Yabby gets 2. As we go into the first CT gun round for Endpoint. You need to step up well here. A reminder that you can scroll down and click all the panels below our stream to get involved with our partners. We have AstroPay, we have MSI, who are doing a giveaway right now as well. You can jump over to their Twitter for that. And also, if you fill in the survey that we're doing ourselves, you have a chance to be put in a pool for some skins as well as a little bit of a chance to win something there. So get yourself involved with that. Always nice. And we'll jump into the first gun round and see how it goes.
Go tell our employers how much you love us, guys.
Exactly. Put in the survey that Hayes and Travis are your favourite casters.
Endpoint going to be lucky to get themselves on the board here. Crucial does have that all-important AWP in play. Right now he's towards long. He's got nerds and lowers. They're playing fairly detached from one another right now, which tends to be the case. You know, top side of the map, overpass. You got to control long. You got to control lowers and parties. So a lot of different parts of the map to try and contest. Normally with only 2 players, because you also want 3 players on B. So that's almost the headache of CT side overpass.
It is. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. Crucial obviously was looking for information again with the up toward long, but now has to fall back toward the side. Yeah, it's so important to get intel on this map because T control can be something that can come quite easily, especially if the CTs are playing defensively toward the side. Of course, it's often a good tactic, but changing it up throughout the duration of one half can be the way to go. Huxley will pick up the orb. Oh, he's getting peeked. He's getting peeked by Crucial. It's very tight, but the timing actually works out in Huxley's favour there. He wasn't about to creep toward connector, it felt like, but he'll fall back for now. 30 seconds to go. Looks like we are going to be focused on the A-bomb side.
Oh, nice kill coming through from Crucial. Adds a second to his tally. Might not be done just yet either. Oh, 20 seconds left on the clock. I don't know. Copenhagen Flames make this one work. There's just too much work to do here and too little time left remaining. Crucial will not be baited either. Finally, he fires off the shot. Cypher will get 2 kills. Has that unlocked the round? I don't think so. 9 seconds left remaining. Still got Mighty Max here and Optimus, but oh my god, Cypher just absolutely decapitated him. Plants is coming through here. There's a quick flank coming through from Surreal. Won't deny the plant, but the frags do come through either way.
Yeah, in the end, that's the thing that wins out the round. And there's an ice cream banner outside my house. That's interesting. That doesn't happen that hasn't happened in a very long time. Is it summer? What's going on, Hayes? Anyway, it's a very good recovery.
Quickly grab some, Trav? I mean, I can lock down the cast if you need.
No. That's
all right.
Listen, I'll save the ice cream for the post-successful cast party. Okay, all good.
Well, we've got dessert coming up later as well with Skate and Miles and XT anyway.
Can't wait for that. But yeah, what I'll say about that retake is that was actually quite important because Copenhagen Flames did a great job to recover that and actually get the bomb planted. I'm really impressed that you know, that the way they faked out Crucial's AWP as well, that was like genuinely with such little time on the clock to have that patience to continue to try and fake it out was quite impressive. But in the end, unfortunately, come up just a little bit short. And yeah, Endpoint will get their first run on the board. But, of course, Copenhagen Flames have plenty of money. They have another buy coming in. And Nico on the AWP himself. And Nico versus Crucial should be pretty interesting today. I'd imagine I'd want to see that one to be a pretty fiery matchup.
Yeah, listen, I think Crucial has what it takes to actually give Nico a really tough time, especially when Crucial's at the top of his game. We've seen he's a really quick AWPer, isn't he? Can hit some fast shots, man. So it's all about what sort of form he's in right now here in this map, in this match. Big round here as well, not that much cash left in the bank for Copenhagen Flames, so if they lose this round, they're going to have to eco in the next. And then we start to see Endpoint sink their teeth into this half. We did see Endpoint play against ITB on this map, Trav. We got to cast that game in the main Swiss stage. That was the one that they won to actually qualify for the playoffs. And they looked really good on their CT side. It was actually their T side they were a bit shaky. So based off of that, they need to have rounds here in this first half. Yeah,
I wouldn't disagree with that at all. And yeah, it's up for Copenhagen Flames now to decide what they want to do. Because again, we've reached a stage after our waffling with 30 seconds to go and no control of a site. Boris gets the entry as well. Yabby goes down. And Zyphon and Huxley need to try and respond here. That's a lovely first pick. And Surreal is under a lot of pressure here. Can he get another one? No. Only a bit of damage Zyphon down to 5 HP. He's going to be the one to try and get the bomb planted as well. So if there's a grenade that comes in here, could take him out. And there it is. I called it and it came through. Roy has some work to do. Can only get damage. And now it's all down to Nico. And Max will pounce on him with the UMP. And that's a great retake for Endpoint. Bomb planted again, but they survive with 3 players alive.
Great effort there. I mean, from Zyphon in particular, he is looking really, really good here in the early stages of this game. I mean, hitting some nasty shots to keep his team in these rounds, which they're almost just looking bleak for Copenhagen Flames these past 2. I'm not sure if they're being too passive throughout the round or Endpoint just aren't giving them the fights. Either way, we've just seen Copenhagen Flames not really accomplish all that much in like the first minute and 20 seconds of the round, and in the last 35 seconds it's like, well, I guess we just got to execute now, right? And Endpoint still have, you know, the full defense on the bomb site. So Copenhagen Flames probably need to be a little bit more proactive throughout the round to try and get some kills there and, you know, force rotations and all the rest before they end up committing.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And in the end, as I said, the fact that Endpoint had 2 grenades in that situation, with Zyphon on 5 HP being the one to plant the bomb, kind of made the difference in the end. Sure, they all pounced and got all the kills necessary, but maybe the round is different if Zyphon is healthy, or if it's a different player planting the bomb, or if Roy gets that kill towards short. There's a lot of different factors that could have gone into a possible Copenhagen Flames victory there. But Endpoint have got their reward. They've put the Flames down to pistols again, so all good. And yeah, I think they won't be unhappy with this start, this recovery on the CT side, as long as they can avoid getting rushed down here. There's no armor, only 1 Kevlar on Zyphon, so they should be alright.
Yeah, I mean, Copenhagen Flames have at least been able to get themselves in some forward positions here towards long and bathrooms, but I think Endpoint is still well poised to deal with it. Still does come through from Hooksy, but yeah, in the end, the rifles will still clean up. Good control coming out of Mighty Max as well. It's a triple kill from the captain. And Endpoint, they actually level up the scoreline here on Overpass, so they are showing that they've got what it takes to fight on the CT side of their opponent's map pick. Nice clean anti-eco round coming through from them. And let's see what Copenhagen Flames change up here in this next gun round, Trav. Notably, Roy's got 0 kills, by the way.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, actually, that I was going to jump on as well, because a win condition for Copenhagen Flames, or at least a condition of their hot form, has been Roy and Yabi combining for so many kills. Just they're always in the star spots, and they always have been delivering. So if Roy isn't, then you have to be a little bit concerned. We've got a long way to go, though, of course. We're only in round 7 of an entire best of 3. Copenhagen Flames 3 all, something different on their buy round. Roy creeping in first. Oh, we got the timing. That's unfortunate. Crucial. I think he'll be kind of shocked that Roy's just kind of peeked that dry and taken him out. They're only walking toward B in the meantime. Yabi gets taken down, but Zyphon again on a clean trade. But Surreal is still here. Recovers it into a 3 versus 3. And it's still very doable for both teams.
Oh, Nico looking to try and take the initiative here, making his way up the ramp. He will actually hit the collateral. Second shot comes through into Mighty Max, looking for the follow-up. It's actually
Brilliant.
only the IGL of Endpoint left remaining. However, he has actually been able to drop the bomb carrier. So maybe a way to make this one work. He's being flanked out, I believe, from heaven as well. Only 8 points of health to his name. Nah, this is impossible. There's actually just a smoke in heaven right now. That's the only thing keeping him alive. Roy's waiting for the smoke to fade, and Mighty Max, is there? Wait, what? Is he going to have like the perfect timing on the repositioning here? Because Copenhagen Flames still needs to retrieve the bomb, you know.
This is incredibly weird. Max has just ghosted away here. And I know, as you said, he's only 8 points of health, but he's in a much better position than he was a couple of seconds ago. I mean, as you say, Hooksy and Roy have actually still got plenty of time to recover that bomb and figure out a situation here. Hooksy will fake it. Max will look for a little bit of information. Will swing. Again, still not been spotted. I think he just saw Roy in water. You can see the gun barrel as well. Can he creep up and take him down? They actually have no idea that he's in this position still. But again, the health could come back to bite him. And there we go. Finally, Roy checks bridge and spots him creeping up. So that was a bit scary. But Copenhagen Flames resolve it. And even though Nico, as we say, I mean, he went down and did drop that bomb. He wasted a lot of time to get his teammates into the action. And the damage he did was crucial.
It certainly was in the end. Copenhagen Flames going to get themselves back in the lead. I mean, it was looking like it was inevitable there, but it gets a lot closer than it should have in the end. There's going to be enough cash in the bank for Endpoint to reinvest. Desert Eagle in play for Mighty Max. He sort of just takes the brunt, the weaker side of the weaponry, so everybody else can have those rifles. The AWP in play as well. If Endpoint lose this round though, Trav, this half might start to gain a little bit of traction here for Copenhagen Flames, right? Like, a snowball starts to get a bit bigger at that point, gain some momentum rolling down the hill. You know, keep in mind they're on the T side. Roy's starting to wake up, a triple kill for him in the previous round.
Yep. In in our childhood, a swing might be a lot of fun, but in this situation, a swing round could be kind of scary for both teams because both of them could be on a very, very low buy, maybe even a full eco if they lose this one already. Yabi is opened up onto his, what I would feel like counterpart star rifler, Boris. Already showing a lot of presence toward Monster. Yabi's all the way through. It's heard by Surreal. And just as he peeks on top of the barrel, they retreat through the smoke.
Yeah, Roy's giving them options here on the opposite side of the map. Does look like Nerds is going to be having a fight come through. Unfortunately, doesn't hit the shots. Both of them miss a bit of the spray there initially. Roy is going to be will be the one who's able to adjust in the end. Crucial does rotate though, and he catches Roy off. Big kill there from Surreal. All of a sudden, we're back into an even numbers game. That was a 5 versus 3. And there's not that much time left on the clock here either. They're going to have their hand forced into this B-bomb site.
They are mollying toward barrels. Hooksy creeping up toward short. Everyone is backward to rotating toward B here. It's surely will be problematic for Copenhagen Flames. Zyphon just needs to hit some heads. Gets one. Spots a player toward bridge. But Crucial teams up with Max to get the kill. It's all down to Nico on the rifle. And Max jumps on top of the site and takes him out. Great find on that victory for Endpoint. And Copenhagen Flames perhaps a little bit slow to make a choice there, especially with Roy's pick toward mid. I mean, Nertz got kind of caught off there by that shadow advantage, of course. One of the biggest shadow advantages you can have in CS, of course. There's multiple on this map and on Dust 2 and Ancient as well, especially. But that one's a big one, and he just pre-fired it rather than reacted to it. Roy punished him, but in the end, doesn't come back to bite them for all.
Yeah, thankfully Crucial was actually able to rotate up to the A site in time there to catch Roy before he took full control. And then the focus shifted down towards the B side of the map. And they got all the necessary kills to keep Copenhagen Flames at bay, stave them off. And now they have to eco. So yeah, Endpoint they're brawling right now. I think it's important for them to be able to sort of make this a bit uglier on Overpass. You know, they don't want Copenhagen Flames to play a well-oiled, nice and clean T side where everything goes according to plan. They need to disrupt them, get in their faces, make them question their approach, unsettle them a little bit. Really nice anti-eco here. 5 players alive, and they get themselves the lead with that as well.
They do. That was very clean. Talking about well-oiled, Nertz with 3 headshots, 3 very clean ones as well. And they survive with all 5 players alive. So that builds up the economy very nicely after they were just on breaking point a couple of rounds ago. Timeout coming in. This is the time we need to see it. They need to find another way to get some T control. And I'd like to see just some bog standard short control, right? I mention it a lot on this map because it's one of the most important things to do. Like if you're a CT, if you have short control, you basically have info. You can have good info on Monster as well through short pipe. And if you're the T side, you can very often have a good chance to execute toward the bomb site in its entirety. As you can see, the player cams there, Copenhagen Flames giving this round some thought. You can see the cogs turning in their brains.
Yeah, I mean, they got off to a nice clean start on the map. There's certainly been some pushback here from Endpoint, though, winning 5 of the past 6 rounds, which actually include the majority of the gun rounds, by the way. So that's a bit of a telling sign here. Underdog been able to win most of the gun rounds so far. Of course, they're on the favored side right now, but it is on their opponent's map pick. Nico Dodge going to take a couple ticks to get himself through the molly. Nerds has been throwing an HE grenade there. I think he actually did drop that HE grenade. Nico Dodge brought down to 65, so there we go. That's the combination. Yeah,
went from 84 to 65. Did Nico, and more damage has been done to Hooksy as well, so that's a bit worrying for this buy round for Copenhagen Flames. But that grenade that can be thrown, whether it's the one that's the jump throw off the bench, basically, like you just sort of strafe off the bench and throw it past the hedge on the left, or the one that goes over playground, can often do a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, it was the over the playground one. Yeah, the second option for sure.
Let's get timing though. Oh, he is. That's a shame. Roy with a clean entry, and now they have a chance to take control of long. Crucial is kind of exposed here.
Yeah, that's why he's actually forced to push forward. And he's waiting for Mighty Max to rotate up and give him a bit of support. In the meantime, Portals has been able to get Yabi on the opposite side of the map. Yabi being in good form. He wants to try and take those sorts of fights. Siphon, though, he's actually the player who's looked best so far for Copenhagen Flames. Mighty Max, because, again, he's lost his teammates. He can't cover long and bathroom, so he's forced to choose one or the other. Pushes into the open, and Nico dodges scope. Train down the line will get the kill. Yeah, one of the best looking rounds we've seen so far from Copenhagen Flames. And keep in mind there, they lost the opening pick, didn't they?
They did. Absolutely did. And there was a good damage done as well. And the two players who actually did take all that damage have stayed alive in this round. So a good one for Copenhagen Flames to nab away. Endpoint will be a little bit upset about that. As you say, just the fact that Nertz goes down toward Long Bathroom just opens up, right, that whole avenue of possibilities. And yeah, I mean, in the end, it was just too much to handle, especially, as you say, Crucial having to go aggressive. Max had to push as well with the UMP. That push with the UMP did seem a little bit reckless. I'm sure that a lot of people will be looking at that thinking, why did he just hold W into 3 players? Well, he was forced into it. He had no other option.
Exactly it. Unfortunately, it was just sort of the better of 2 demons in that situation.
Yeah. I mean, like, also, if he has an M4, I would say he probably makes the call to hide behind truck, right? Because you can easily multi-kill while you hide behind truck. But with a UMP, you kind of just need to get in their face.
You either need a time machine to take it back to like the 2017 UMP,
That's
or
the one.
You need a rifle. Yeah, either way. 5-5. Copenhagen Flames making sure that they don't let Endpoints actually get into a position of comfort here. Back and forth. This is exactly what we wanted. A tight series, closely contested. Copenhagen Flames were significant favorites coming into this, but they certainly are showing or there's a game on right now. There is a game on. And
I think Max just wallbanged Zyphon through. It was in connector, I think.
The door?
It may have been through the door, I'm not sure actually. Nico then forced into an entry towards short, and that is beautiful. And he gets instant-traded by Yabi as well. That's a really nice pounce from Copenhagen Flames. Can they get the bomb planted quick enough before the retake comes in? Hooksy hasn't crossed yet, needs to be careful, and Max has got all the way toward ABC. So, being in the corner, even though they know he's there, it's a good spot to be in, especially with Hooksy being so low now thanks to that extra grenade. Retake can come in, but there's no defuse kit. That can be problematic.
Oh, that's rough. There's still an extra smoke and an HE grenade you have for the T side to work with as well. It's all about the big flank that's going to be coming through from Nertz. Yabi should be forced up by the Molotov. Going to be taking a bit of damage, but oh my god, what a fantastic shot. Finally, Nertz is able to activate, coming through with the backstab. Can't get the second kill. That was the one he desperately needed. There were kits on the site, but unfortunately, it doesn't make any difference in the end. Copenhagen Flames regain the lead. And actually, you know what was really nice about that round, I think, from Copenhagen Flames? Again, they lose the opening pick. It was to Mighty Max. As you said, he's in lowers. I think they actually make the read, though. They see because Mighty Max is in lowers, they recognize that there's only going to be 2 players on that B bomb site because Nertz and Crucial play A, right? And Mighty Max is the B player, one of the 3. So once you see him in lowers, and you get that he gets a kill and you at least get that information. Felt like that was the catalyst for them to immediately try and make their way up short. You see Nico, Dodge, and Yabi there working in tandem. They get the kills and they get side control. So I think that was a nice response from Copenhagen Flames.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, one of the things that you just picked up on that we see so often on this map is the AWPer. The T-side AWPer, once they get control of short, they push toward the sandbags and look for a pick on the actual site itself. Like that can be such a powerful thing to do. And look at this, Copenhagen Flames, literally no hesitation. They know money's going to be low, and they're just rushing in toward the B-bomb site. Even though there's an AWP that's actually in the action, they're going to completely ignore it, and that's such an impressive recovery. Surely, I was about to say, Surreal's not long for this world, and Nertz is now forced to try and save that sniper rifle.
Crucial, he's watching this, hoping and praying that Nertz is going to be able to bring the AWP into the next round. I guess Crucial can afford one anyway, so all's well and ends well. No harm, no foul. Crucial does hit a
Was that a hero AWP purchase? I actually didn't notice that.
Well, it couldn't have been saved. No, he did save it, right? He did save it.
Okay, he saved it, but like, he did save it, but I'm surprised. Yeah, what confused me with that one is that I'm surprised that they saved it and actually didn't invest a little bit more around the other few players. He actually could save it pretty well here. He's got a good chance, but no, the lack of armor will come back to bite him. But yeah, like, they had Surreal on, 4K before that purchase in that round. I feel like they could probably have got 2 rifles with that AWP, so that's why I thought maybe you would consider a force with that, but they're being careful, of course. We're toward the end of the half. They want some money for the future, and considering Copenhagen Flames are building up a bit of a run now, I do get that choice. It's just, I like to see aggressive buys come in. We see them so often, so...
Yeah, that's true. Fortune favors the brave.
It does. It does.
7-5. Copenhagen Flames got themselves in a really nice spot here now on the T side, and they could push us even further, Trap. I mean, this could potentially be 10-5. I mean, like, I suppose that's stating the obvious, but still, I mean, if they win this round, it's not too distant of a reality, actually.
Exactly. I mean, part of a caster's job is stating the obvious, don't worry. We have to do it a lot.
That's true.
All good,
Thank
all
you,
good.
Trav.
Listen, I'm always there for you. 7-5.
Looking out for each other. Let's go.
1 minute 20 in the clock. No presence really shown anyway, or anywhere at the moment for Copenhagen Flames. But look at this. A great flashing toward long. I used to love playing that spot that was being held there toward the old bike position when they removed that bike on the left-hand side of long as we looked from the CT POV. But in the end, it's still going to work out in Endpoint's favour. They have a 2v4, but oh, Zyphon. Crucial doesn't expect that. He's pushed up all the way toward the A side, and he could even pick up this AWP if he really wants to. Does he look through the second long player? He does.
Oh, no.
But Nertz wins the duel. That's unlucky. That was the key back into the round. Nico will find him. Now he has a clean 1 versus 2.
Zyphon needed that frag so damn badly, and you could see he had a really good read on the situation as well. Very good idea that there was a player tucked into the corner there towards long. Unfortunately, he couldn't find the kill. Does leave Nico Dodge in a winnable but challenging 1 versus 2.
Yeah, problem is the bomb. He's had to run the entire way, and actually, Surreal is still staying put on B. So unless Nico hits a ridiculous shot.
Because they've isolated themselves. It's 2-1 versus 1. Get your gun up, though, friend. He is going to be making his way forward, but Surreal will hit the shots necessarily to shut down the rampaging beast. And Endpoint keep themselves in it.
They do. Backing it down to just the 1 round gap, and yeah, I would say Nico these days, of course, with the the power of the M4, let alone the angle that Surreal was holding, just makes that reacting to that basically impossible. Even if Surreal missed that first headshot, they was definitely going to get that kill. Either which way of it, it was very difficult. In fact, if he had the bomb on his back, he could have got himself into that position and started shifting, right? But the fact it was dropped in T-spawn basically gave him no chance. Had to run the entire way.
Yeah, a rough curveball for sure. Oh, this is a bit of a curveball in the round. Look at the aggression coming through from Endpoint here. 1-for-1 trade is the name of the game right now. Off the bat, it's the 2 AWPers who have actually been taken down. So it's going to be down to the rifles. An SMG in play. Never mind, Mighty Max has actually recovered that AWP. So that's going to be a nice little upgrade for him to play with in this round. Going to have free reign as well. Maybe a chance to recover Nico Dodge's AWP for the T side if they so choose. But either way, I mean, Endpoints, I just love the fight that they're showing on the CT side. I love how they're not afraid to take fights to the T side and get aggressive into their faces.
I mentioned it, didn't I? I literally said, what was it? I think didn't I even say it like 2 rounds in, maybe, that I wanted to see an extra bit of aggression. And yeah, well, we're seeing it. They might not have the lead, but it's most certainly a very competitive first half. Of course, we do know that Overpass is very CT-sided these days, but still, most certainly in the game. Mighty Max now got the AWP for himself, picked up from Crucial. There are 2 players creeping toward long. How long does he hold this angle for? Oh, he has to switch between the 2. That's unfortunate. And just as they creep up, they're going to catch him off guard, I would say.
Couldn't be better for the T side, actually, in terms of how he's been forced off of the angle. Now they know exactly where he is. There should be a smoke to come through here. Yabi has one. They're going to opt for the molly instead. My God, Roy, he decides to go for the dry swing looking for the fight. That's very brave. 4 versus 4. Smoke is deployed towards Dumpster. It's going to have to be a retake, and a great kill comes through the smoke there. That certainly does aid their cause.
This is such a great chance now for this retake. Max, Boris, and Surreal all have kits, and Boris has a smoke as well. You can right-click this smoke over the dice and easily get it onto the bomb, and even do it from the truck position because that's completely clear. So they can jump on the bomb now, and there's a lot of trouble coming Copenhagen Flames' way. Hooksy gets 1, and actually Hooksy gets a 2nd as well. All the kills are coming through. What's going on? Nurse is last alive. Hooksy. This is probably it. He hasn't managed to pick up that kit either. He was the 1 player without that kit. That makes this impossible. Gets 1, and now Hooksy knows he can hide. Time has gone anyway. Hooksy is an absolute genius once again, and Copenhagen Flames reach 8.
I just love how Hooksy comes into the act when he's needed to the most and almost the least expected to as well, right? Like, that scenario is insane for him to come alive like that. 4 versus 3, post-plant, a smoke on the bomb. Looks like Endpoint have everything going for them there on the retake. They've got the numbers, the utility, the kits. I mean, it was scripted to go their way for sure. But Hooksy's just getting frags left, right, and center there, and Endpoint just aren't able to deal with him. The criminal. I mean, did they even know where they were being shot from is the question. Either way, Copenhagen Flames, they've secured themselves the half win here, Trav, which I think they'll be really content with that. And actually, look at the buy here for Endpoint as well. It's pots and pans.
It's really not good. 2 FAMASs, an MP9 and a Deagle, and already 1 player's been taken down thanks to the entry monster Yabi. And actually, the money has not been great for either team toward the end of this half, of course. They've still got 3 Galils on this final buy on the T side. Zyphon holding a wonderful angle, though. Only gets the 1, but it at least retains that man advantage. But yeah, Hooksy, absolute king in that previous round, with the Galil, of course, in that previous as well. Just doing so much work, and somehow they whittled down the 3 players who actually had the kits, which made it impossible for Nertz anyway. So, yeah, pretty remarkable. Impressive stuff. Really good hold. And they should, I say should, it's all shoulda, woulda, coulda in Counter-Strike, but they should be rewarded with 9.
Yeah, 4 versus 3, you consider the weaponry advantage as well. As you say, everything points in the direction of Copenhagen Flames getting themselves a 3-round lead to take into that second half. Nert, Boros, and Surreal, the 3 players that stand between them and that 9th round. It does appear as though Endpoints have gone for the correct gamble here. Numbers towards the A site. Oh no, as I say that, Nerds decides against it. He shifts himself down, and now the hit's coming through. Wave of utility in. What does Surreal do? Defensive smoke drop to try and play around the sites, actually try and push forward. Needed to hit that shot immediately though, and with that probably goes around. Nerds takes a lot of damage to the Flames, even ticks, so they'll get the audio cue, and that's map over. Rather half over.
Yeah,
not map just yet.
Copenhagen Flames are over halfway though, so you know, yeah, we're getting there. But yeah, Boros 1 versus 4 with just a FAMAS. That just shows the lack of power the FAMAS really shows, unfortunately, in those sort of situations. AK is always, I think Galil probably is just a million times better. They can all just triple swing here. Yeah, they will all do exactly that. And that is the half confirmed for Copenhagen Flames. 9 rounds on T side, really not too bad at all. They'll be pretty happy with that. They haven't really lost many rounds that they'll be totally unhappy with either. There's been no real, like, shocking losses to ecos or anything. So I would say that round is actually very representative of what we've seen so far.
Yeah, fair enough. A pretty good indication. Nice fight back there from Copenhagen Flames as well. You can see the rounds at the top of your screen. They win 5 of the last 6 to counter. The 5 out of the 6, that's Endpoint 1 of their own, right? So almost just mimicking each other there to finish off that first half. Copenhagen Flames can really push the boat out if they win this pistol round as well. It's going to be the stock standard 4-1 split. Roy spotting towards Fountain, looking for information. The Copen Fallums expert, the veteran. Smiley face.
He needs to get a couple more smiley faces here, though, and yeah, he's going to get absolutely pounced upon. Yeah, I think Boros hit a headshot, and then Crucial followed it right up. So already a 5v4 for Endpoint. Yeah.
What the? What is this call?
I actually really don't dislike this.
Are we watching Heroic?
This is like a double bluff. I love this.
Someone needs to DM them, Trav. Wait, is this going to work out? Endpoints are looking itchy, man. They are wondering why is there no presence at all coming through from A, and finally they will be committing in towards the Say Bomb site, and it's going to be completely free as well. So unfortunately, Copenhagen Flames' gamble's not going to pay off. They bet on black, Trav, and it landed on red.
Unfortunately so, and they're going to perhaps bleed out of the round because this is going to be a very tough retake. Hooksy has a flash and a kit. But I've seen crazier rounds won. All of them will now jump in, but the angles being held by Endpoint are so powerful. They're gonna have to miss, basically. The only way the Copenhagen Flames get back into this one is them missing some easy shots you'd expect them to hit. In we go. Flashbang is used by Hooksy. Then comes the push. Surreal takes Yabby. Zyklon gets 1. And in the end, Hooksy gets that one as well. And that kit is still up in a 3 versus 3. Max will play toward Bathrooms, and Nico's taking Nerds. They don't need to peek so wide. There's going to be a triple peek coming in. And now they can hold the bomb. Max needs to clutch. He has got 1, but he needs more. Can he take down the bomb planter? He can. The diffuser is gone. And in the end, they just about recover it. I'd have loved to have known how many seconds were left on that diffuse.
Oh, I mean, probably 3 seconds there or thereabouts. There wasn't enough time for Nico Dodge to actually pick up the kits and finish it, but Hooksy definitely would have completed the defuse if Nico was able to keep them alive there.
That's what I'm querying.
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain there Hooksy completes the defuse. So huge effort there from Mighty Max to finish off the round. I mean, Endpoint, they were looking set and sealed, signed it off, man, thinking about the next round afterwards against that A side for free. What a sick retake from Copenhagen Flames. I mean, these guys are looking really good right now in terms of their accuracy and their mechanical ability. I mean, nice shots landed with the USP. Great attempt from the CT side. Unfortunately, it's in vain.
Yeah, that really was a really impressive try. And yeah, I think maybe 1.5, maybe even 2 seconds longer Hooksy on that bomb. Oh, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunately a rookie error there from Nerds. Not something you see too often from him. Pulls out utility before the Molotov completely clears out the angle, and he'll be pounced on by Roy with the CZ. Gets a free MP7 from that. Uh-oh.
Yeah, scout kill going to come through from Nico Dodge as well. That's only compounding the problems, Trav. 5 versus 3. Endpoint got numbers towards long here, but Nico's ready for it. He's got support on the sides as well. In fact, in the way of 2 players, Yabby here at the 5-7. That's one-shot headshot potential.
Oh, look at the
Doesn't even
damage
need the
done.
one shot because Nico tagged both of them. Nico tagged them both. This guy, he just does so much with any scoped weapon.
The ADR, we off the charts at the beginning of this second half for Nico. That is basically all him in that round in the end. Sure, they have that early pick coming in toward Nerds, but Nico just does so much damage. And the fact they have the 5-7 on the off angle as well, just too much to handle. We're going to see a replay of that. There's one, there's two. Nico gets the assists for both, as you can see, makes the headshot and the damage even easier for Yabi. And unfortunately, Endpoint have been caught off exactly when they feared the most. Roy will even keep the MP7 into the next round, doesn't even want to buy up a different rifle. That's absolutely fine.
It's a bit rough for Endpoint losing that anti-force buy, right? When you consider the state of the game here on Overpass, they win the pistol round at 9-6, make it 9-7. You know, hypothetically, the gene conversions would make it 9-all. Siphon the... Oh, Jesus, what the hell? Boros and Surreal just stopped me in my tracks. Nerd should still be taken down here. Roy hasn't heard him. Somehow Roy hasn't actually heard him behind him. Boros is not a good... He's got another kill in the process.
What's going
Roy's
on?
even being flanked out here. I was talking about our Endpoints are going to be hurting after they lose that previous round, but there's only one team who's hurting right now, and they're really feeling the pain. And it's the Danes.
Well, all right. I mean, listen, we all talk about the force buy battles in, you know, early on in halves when teams can't get that second round in a row. Well, it does help when you just run in and get 2 1-digs. That does set you up pretty well on the T side. I was going to say how the Copenhagen Flames buy is just a lot better after winning that force than you know, the T side would ever have on a recovery, because they didn't get any bonus money or anything for kills, because it was basically a clean sweep, but one, no bomb plant either. But yeah, they've just hit their deagle shots. That's just remarkable. Bish and Bosch, a little bit of Bash as well.
Yeah.
Point up to 8.
I mean, to be completely honest, it's a pretty good indication, and that's like a good example as to why I'm personally not a fan of those positions towards short in your anti-eco / anti-force spy rounds. I think when you play those close quarter fights, you're kind of playing with fire, man. You're playing with danger. They live by the sword and they died by it as well. You can't just get wide swung by a Desert Eagle, and if he's got some good accuracy and quick fingers, then you're not going to have a good time. So, yeah, great round for Endpoint there.
Yeah, so
oh my god.
Okay, well,
what is this game?
I was literally about to say, are we just like caster cursing this?
Are we in the simulation?
Maybe.
Is this an MM game with like a HUD of Endpoint versus Copenhagen Flames?
I mean, I'll tell you what. If it's an MM game, then I'd dread to see what face it is like, because this is insane. A recovery again from Copenhagen Flames. Roy gets 2 on the spray down. Of course, if he can still afford that M4, he will do great work with it. Even gets a 3rd as well. Nico has a perfect timing on toward Crucial. He hears them running through mid, and out of nowhere again, it's just an incredibly clean rebuttal. Nerds has a lot of work to do. It does really well to take Yabi and actually not take too much damage. And Roy is incredibly low. Nice pre-fire. 3 kills on the round for Nerds, but the angles being held here are very hard to find. He knows where they're coming from. 2 players are here now. Red comes in, jumps away from it. 19 points of health left. Hook, he doesn't realise though. Zypher needs to clutch. Oh my goodness, the damage done by Nerds. NT in chat, everyone. That was a great attempt.
I mean, that's one of those 1 versus 5s that you're watching, and every single kill, every single fight you see him take, you just kind of expect him to lose it, right? You just expect him to die at each turn, and he just gets the frag. All of a sudden, it's a 1v1, and eventually he did fall. What a massive attempt there from Nerds, and so much economic damage dealt as well. The Force War is absolutely in full swing right now. Rounds being traded back and forth. Oh, we're in the trenches. It's getting dirty right now. Who can keep up the tango is the question.
Yeah. Who can keep it clean? Who can recover it? Look at this aggression from Copenhagen Flames. They've got 2 players toward long aggressively. That's unusual. The fact that they've got a second in that cubby as well. Roy's going to be under a lot of pressure. Nerds is caught on the angle. He doesn't realise and gets taken out. The silencer possibly coming to help Roy there, and the Yari will defend the B site beautifully. Surreal taken out. 4 versus 2 for Copenhagen Flames. They're just a couple of kills away. And even Roy spotted Max, I believe, in that cubby. Does Roy? Oh, they don't realise it. They don't realise he's still there. What did we say about Roy? He had a slow start. He was a bit sleepy, but he's woken up with absolute vengeance. 16 to 13. What a round.
He's had a 2-kill death ratio since being in 0 and 5, by the way. Just to quickly throw that at you. So he's woken up in a big way. And finally, we see a couple rounds being strung together. Was a bit peculiar that Roy was able to get that kill on Nerds towards lowers after he misses all those shots and Nerds just doesn't really react. He carries on looking towards the top of lowers or something. I don't know. And Roy's like, all right, well, I'm just going to adjust quickly. And then he gets the kill. Endpoints on the receiving end. Unfortunately, you're going to have to eco up here, Trav. So 13-8 is the imminent scoreline.
Yep.
It's only Glocks. It's all they've got.
They've broken it. They've broken the battle.
They have,
the battle
finally.
of the battle of the buys.
12-8 doesn't do this. If this game ends like 16-8, I'm going to be mad.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It really does not do it justice whatsoever. It's been incredibly close. But the way the money has worked out with Copenhagen Flames winning that battle, they know that they're about to increase that lead. Roy, fantastic play and connector from him. So unlikely that he gets 3 kills in that spot.
Oh man, he just continues to frag here as well, does Mr. Roy. Absolutely woken up in a big way. And that's a scary prospect for Endpoint. Of course, we go to Mirage next, and when you've got, you know, strong individuals, Mirage is always going to be a good map. So when you've got Nico, who's going to be a menace towards middle and CT side, you've got Roy, who's going to be fighting them left, right, and center. Yabby, it's going to be tough. And Siphon, I certainly, you know, wouldn't be doing him justice if I didn't mention his name as well. His individual level has almost looked the best out of anybody on Copenhagen Flames so far here on Overpass. Just not only in terms of like the sheer number of kills, but how high impact his frags have been and how clean he's found them as well.
Very true indeed. EK cleaned up very nicely as well. Yeah, I mean, Endpoint are most certainly not bad on Overpass. Like, I mean, they've won against Spirit, they won against K23, 2 teams that are known for being pretty good on Overpass. They beat Into the Breach last time out, of course, as well, but they did have that loss against Copenhagen Flames in this very event on this map, 16-11. So maybe that's coming back to bite them a little bit. They would have been disappointed that they can't improve. They will be, sorry, disappointed on that front if they can't improve their score from last attempt. But yeah, as you say, Mirage coming up next. Endpoint's most played map by far will be their 26th on HLTV in 2022.
Well, I mean, in that case, if there was a map that they wanted to try and fight on to keep themselves alive in the series, then with that, the tournament as well, it would be Mirage, right? It's going to be a very comfortable map for them. Everybody's going to be feeling at home. So, yeah. Got that going for them.
Problem is Copenhagen Flames feel at home as well. That's the thing.
I know.
Nice.
I know. I wasn't going to go there.
It's a nice bit of a trade in toward mid. And Nico does get the immediate response after Max got taken. After Roy got taken out. Thanks to Max, but you know, sort of baiting a little bit there. In the end, it was Boris to get the kill. Nico staying aggressive though, and that could be a really important. Gets one more kill, but Yabby's here to support. Reload comes in. They're stacked on top of each other right now. That's awkward. They're not going to expect Yabby there as well. Yeah, even though Crucial hits a lovely shot toward Hooksy, Yabby was always going to get that trade. They had no idea. That's what you never expect something like that. Just stacked up toward the edge of bathroom, and it's recovered. Xiphon spots the intel of Surreal coming up towards short. Can he delay the time and get Yabby into the action? That's the question. More damage done. Surreal down to 48. Swings wide perfectly. Drops the bomb. Looks for the second as well. And that's beautifully played from Xiphon. You sung his praises and he stepped up again.
Yeah, absolutely lives up to it. He's got 18 kills here. Roy's up to 19, so just eclipsing him. 22 is the top of the server over on Nerds. Crucial struggling though, Trav. He's only got the 8 kills to his name right now. I mean, I did talk about how important he would be here if there was a chance for Endpoint to upset Copenhagen Flames. He would definitely need to be an integral part of the team and the success. And well, this was pretty much the best play we've seen out of him so far. Nice sequence there to find that second kill, but there was always that insurance policy of Yabby, as you mentioned. 14-8, no cash in the bank here for Endpoint, and it's looking bleak right now on the T side.
Well, you said you'd be mad if it was 16-8. Well, I hope you're not too mad. I hope you don't start smashing things or anything, because we need you for the next map.
Well, ever since I started paying for my own things, that stopped happening a lot more, so...
Hard +1.
We're
Hard
all good.
+1. Anytime I have something new, I can't tell you how careful I am with it. Like I've got a new phone about a few weeks ago, and
me too.
I tell you what, I've been I got a case on it immediately, even got a pop socket on it, so I don't drop it easily.
You get that tempered glass?
Yeah, screen protector, exactly. Yeah,
good.
Listen, guys, if you're clumsy with your phone, then that's what you need to do. That's a bit clumsy from Roy though. Doesn't hit the insta headshot, and Crucial takes him out, but a lot of damage has been done, and Nico's still here.
It's just these types of rounds, you don't really need to make those plays or get that sort of control, in my opinion. You know, going up against the pistols is not nearly as important. You kind of give them a chance to maybe isolate you and find a frag for free. Does level back into a 4v4, and we've seen how dirty Endpoints have been with these Desert Eagles in rounds gone by. They're going to be phasing through the smoke. Crucial gets another. HooXi's now by himself on the side, going to fall back to the safety of Bank. Oh, great shot down to Boros, and look at the flank out of Yabi.
Yeah, that's going to be the round sealer, surely, because of the double flank. Zyphon was there too, and now Crucial's in a very tough spot. Has got the bomb, and will attempt to plant on truck, but HooXi jump spots it, and sees exactly where he's coming from. I think his butt might be sticking out a little bit as well from that angle, so you need to be a little bit careful. Going aggressive with the deagle, and yeah, Zyphon was there very quickly. Coming in all the way in through long, not even risking, just pushing straight up banana. Very smart stuff from Copenhagen Flames, not wanting to fall foul to those pistols. And they get themselves up to 15 very nicely indeed. Impressive stuff. And they are only one away now from taking map 1.
Look at those Pinnacle betting odds, 1.17 to Copenhagen Flames, so pretty much half what they were at the start of the series. Shout out to our partners as well. Of course, we've got AstroPay, our online payment service partner here at the Pinnacle Cup. We've got MSI, who are running a sick giveaway as well. Be sure to check that out. You can find their banners below our Twitch channel. And then also we're running a survey to get more feedback, to get information from you guys to improve our product. So be sure to relay some information and feedback our way, and you can stand a chance to win some skins. Nico Dodge, look at this playing towards lowers right now, pushing himself forward with the orb. Oh, he could be in trouble. He needs the support to come through. Roy actually going to get baited and gets a kill, but also loses his life.
Oh, and HooXi is toward the tree on long as well. Takes a lot of damage for that kill, but he can try and fall back. He might get caught by Crucial. Oh, he's playing very smartly over the edge of the rock, but Crucial still takes him out. Okay. It was messy in connector there for Copenhagen Flames, but they managed to get away with a 3 versus 3. Oh, Nico, that was a smart idea there from Crucial to try and peek under the scope, but Nico still gets it, and now Nertz and Surreal will run off toward the B site. Look where they are though, they're in the smoke toward Monster.
This round lives and dies with how this fight goes towards Monster Tunnel right now. Looks like Notes is watching it with the AK-47. We've lost X-Ray. My anxiety is through the roof right now. We see what they see. The CTC, the end of the map. 16-8 is the scoreline. I can't believe in the end that Copenhagen Flames have made it look so one-sided and dominant. Smiles are plenty across the Copenhagen Flames players as well. And why wouldn't they be as well? They go up 1-0 here in the playoff match. We will be going into their opponent's map pick next. It's going to be Mirage. But before that, we're going to have a short break. And when we return, we're going to find out whether Endpoint can fight back or not.
Paying online with AstroPay is really simple. From the merchant site, choose AstroPay as your payment option. Then, type your mobile number, enter the confirmation code, and select your preferred payment method. If you choose to pay with AstroPay Wallet, good for you, select it and you are ready. If you choose another payment option, follow the steps on screen. Your online payment is completed. Get the app in your favorite store or visit us at www.astropay.com.
Welcome back to Copenhagen Flames versus Endpoint. We saw a very solid first map for the Danish boys. Now it's time for Endpoint to hit back on their most played map this year. Can they do anything about it?
Well, they have to, Trav, because if they don't, well, their run in the Pinnacle Cup will be coming to an end, and a pretty swift one at that if Copenhagen Flames have their way. Strong team on Mirage, so it's going to be rough here for Endpoint, but they've got what it takes. They're still on the T side though, Trav, and I don't know. I don't think that bodes too well for their cause, you know, based on what we saw in the second half there on Overpass.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one for sure. Already aggression coming in toward mid. Double peak for Yabi and Roy, and they're the two players you just don't want to face right now if you play against Copenhagen Flames. Two opening picks going in their favour. Nico's even holding as well. There are three players in this play toward mid, so they're going to be forced in toward B. Nico going aggressive, jumps in for his teammate, but Surreal, who actually gets both. Really well played, and Nertz has taken Hooksy as well. Out of nowhere, it's recovered into a 2 versus 2.
Yeah, you can see that Copenhagen Flames are way overconfident right now, just based on what happened on Overpass. Coming into this pistol round, they did a great job getting into the 5 versus 3, but there's been a number of kills that have come back to the T side. Siphon going to peek in towards those. He does deal with Surreal, and now it's only Nerds left remaining, been spotted towards Shorts, and Siphon's going to deal with him as well. Nice sequence coming through there from the youngster to just restore normality and get the round across the line for the CT side. I mean, how dominant was that? That has to be a statement that they're trying to make, right? Just running up middle in that fashion. Roy and Yabi, the two as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, look at the aggression. I mean, as you see, Surreal's 2k on the recovery here, on the rebuttal was really, really good. But yeah, as you say, the over-aggression almost came back to bite them. Thing was, the bomb was still dropped toward TV, and Yabi just pushed aggressively once he got the information that you can take control of it. So it's a really nice start for Copenhagen Flames. Already some aggression coming back in from Endpoint. They didn't get the bomb planted, of course, and they're still going for the force buy. Surreal with those kills picks up the Galil and gets an opening frag. And Yabi can only get one. Boris trades it instantly. Hooksy has to throw a smoke and retreat because he's getting pressured from short. Crucial's going to be up here in a quick second or so. Siphon takes one in the meantime, and Nico's coming back here to help, but he does get baited out a little bit. Just recovers for a kill. But look how low he is. Siphon just needs to pounce here. He does, but he can't grab it. He can't do it. The inaccuracy falling off the ledge of market. And Endpoint, in really wild set of circumstances, hit straight back.
Yeah, there was so many unfortunate sprays coming through there from Copenhagen Flames where it just felt like the shots weren't connecting, and in the end they lose the round. The force buy is successful. Pretty similar start here on Mirage to what we saw in the second half of Overpass. The force buys coming in. Let's see if it's going to be a continuation of that as well.
True.
Endpoint going to be really happy though, just able to pretty much overwhelm that B bomb site and get the necessary kills right as they roll their way forward. Big round. Boros has got 4 and so far here as well. So yeah, he's going to have to be a superstar, as we know he's capable of.
Exactly. Of course. Pistons coming in. Nice flashbang, but they play anti nicely. Boris isn't affected by that in any way whatsoever. And he gets the opening pick. One of the Deagles will drop. Endpoint looking to hit straight back, of course. And as you say, I mean, while they have had a huge amount of experience on Mirage with this roster. Oh, hang on. Pinch could be coming in. I'll just pause for a second because look at this. I was about to say they're aggressing toward mid and toward connector, and they caught them both off guard looking the wrong way. And Nico has not been checked toward default. Second one coming in. Oh, Nico. Of course he gets 2. What? Hayes. That was a...
Trav.
What?
Trav. That was a 5 versus 3 in which the numbers favor the side who had bought up, right? We have 2 quick kills that come through towards middle, bring it back into a 3 versus 3, and Endpoints are still feeling pretty comfortable at that point because they've got 2 players, 1 ramp and 1 player palace, and you're like, all right, boys, let's just push onto the A side here with numbers and regain control of the situation. But I love how calm and composed Nico was. That first shot was great, but the second frag was magnificent onto the Tetris player. Yabi draws first blood here in this round as well, but what a sick fight back from 3v5 down there for Copenhagen Flames. And that's a rough blow dealt to Endpoint here early on as well.
Yeah, like I thought, like as soon as those picks came in, I was thinking, okay, well, finally, it's Endpoint to be the one to win the force by battle, but no. Wow, I mean, Nikados, that's to get 2 from that position is so unusual as well. So calm, so collected. And the fact that Roy got the timing on the bench player with the CZ and Hooksy got the timing on pushing up mid as well to take the mid player down, Endpoint will be looking back at that and saying, okay, well, we may have lost a 5v3, that's not good, but there was some certain amount of poor luck involved there that caused that to come through for the CT side. Oh boy, Max is left last alive in this one with just the Tech 9. Hooksy needs to find a frag, and it would be a team ace, unbelievably, in a round such as this. But he is creeping in toward Nico, looking for his second kill. And Nico finds it. Very comfortable. 3 on the board, and that does put Endpoint now down to their full eco. Aye, aye, aye.
Yeah, as was the case on Overpass as well, Copenhagen Flames were the ones to put an end to the Force Wars, right? By stringing a couple consecutive rounds together. As you say, T-Side going to have to eco. You know, obviously Endpoints have played a lot of Mirage. It's not like it's in an incredibly powerhouse map for them though, right? Like, playing it a lot doesn't correlate to it being a super strength. I will say they're comfortable on the map. And they're competitive in pretty much every time they play it, but they're beatable on the map as well. You know, it's not like it's an insane pick for them when they have a super high win rate against really good teams as well. Not disparaging them at all, but I'm just saying it's not like they're a completely like unbeatable team on the map.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the more maps you play, as simple as, you know, overall, there are going to be more chances to lose. So, you know, you're going to have a bit of an iffy record. It's only just above 50%. Runbase will come in toward mid, flying across. Is Nerds, but Nico and Yabby are both here just to clean all of them up. Let's see, we'll get the last with the MP9. I tell a lie. I tell a lie. It's fine. It's only 1 kill. And it's only an MP9. Doesn't really matter. Nico will peek aggressively for it. 1 headshot would actually take him pretty low, but no. He's fine. Grabs it, and that's 4-1 confirmed. But yeah, I completely agree with you. And I mean, that's why, even as a team who are so comfortable on this map, why I would favour Copenhagen Flames so strongly, right? Like, not even due to previous results, just due to the fact that Endpoint have had so many Mirages out there that they're just easy to telegraph, easy to get intel on what they do. I mean, for example, Copenhagen Flames have beaten NIP 16-12 on this map in the play-in for Katowice, and like that just shows the quality they have on this map. And with that, like matches early on in their, or back in their history as well, have been so impressive. Against Endpoint, you just have so many results out there. It's hard, right?
Yeah, I know they're looking for an analyst at the moment as well. So, you know, maybe
they've got Mr. Alan Hender, very smart man, but he can't do everything.
Yeah, I know. I mean, they're looking for an analyst. No, Copenhagen Flames, that is, rather.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Apologies.
We've got Daniel, and he's looking for a second-hand man, I believe, to assist him in the analyst department there as well. That's okay. No problem at all. I mean, Alan, a fantastic coach in his own right there over on the Endpoint side of things. It's going to be a vital gun round here. Actually, first gun round of the map, Trav. In the 6th round, how obscure is that?
It is. That's
is it the first gun round? Am I right? That
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it was actually
because it was Force Wars and then Eco. So
yeah, exactly.
All's well and good in this round for Endpoint, but they need an opening. I have not much utility left either. Just 1 smoke remaining. And what do you do with 1 smoke on Mirage of all maps, where you usually need multiple for an execute? That's the question.
Probably smoke CT, try fight deep jungle. They've got a couple flashes to work with here at the bare minimum. Also got Surreal in towards ladder. Here we go, flashing towards jungle. Nice. That's perfect. Completely blinds up Yabby. He's been taken down without finding any damage or frags. And now we see Endpoint starting to roll themselves in towards the bomb site. But there's a threat. And he has a name. His name is Siphon. He's going completely unchecked as well. Going to be able to activate it in amongst Nico getting a kill. It's only Surreal left remaining. Finally, he does get in on the act, but there's just no time, Trav. The round is over.
Yeah, that's wild. No time to get anywhere near the bomb. And even in that situation where Surreal, you know, it takes so much time to find Nico on that tight angle, Siphon can just pounce from that hidden position that he kept all along. And just another situation where Copenhagen Flames just have a man over, right? They have a man over, which Endpoint aren't expecting. And even though they get that entry beautifully with that flashbang, that was really the perfect thing. You called it. With only that 1 smoke, you need to take aggressive control of at least some form of the site. Not just the map in general. They tried it. It worked. But overall, the round is unfortunately a failure.
Yeah, so far, Endpoints have only been able to win a force fight here. They're going to try and get themselves aggressively in towards the B side. This was also where they found their success earlier on in the half. So maybe that's what it sort of inspires them to come back to the side of the map. But good utility usage has just forced them back. Re-exploring their alternative options. They've just left Surreal posted up there with the Desert Eagle in a flash. And it looks like everybody else is going to be going towards Catwalk here. I kind of like this change of pace and direction.
He's here, though. I see him do some ridiculous stuff on the B-bomb site over the years. Don't
Nice
get
shot.
tapped down by Boris. And, oh my goodness, Boris. That's the first bullet aim we always speak about in regards to him. But, of course, only the Tech 9. You can only do so much. And the damage is good. Of course, Copenhagen Flames do survive with still the majority of their players alive. But still, 2 frags back there is pretty good. A reminder that you can scroll down and click all the panels below the stream to get involved with our partners. You can see MSI there directly below. They're doing a giveaway right now on their Twitter account. We've got Astropay as well. And if you complete our survey for our stream, you'll have a chance of winning some nice skins as well. So get yourself involved with that. Byron on the way. Crucial has his AWP now.
Yeah. Important play here to try and turn the tide here for Endpoint to see if they can find an opening pick. Oh man, it actually should have been the AWP of the CT side to find the opening pick. Nikodosh misses his opportunity and he wants to try and still get that frag. And now he's committed. He's deep.
Deep and a half. How does he get away from this one? He's absolutely screwed, surely. Quick scope up close. You don't see that too often. But he actually does get away for his 1-for-1. So, you know, it could have been a lot worse. But now Endpoint have a lot of control to work with. Well, not control as such, but they've forced the information out of Copenhagen Flames. So in a 4v3, you'd favour them. But timing for Roy. Does he just swing window? Max is looking for it. He looks away right now. Does he swing there? Oh, Max is going to be so upset about that. That's a classic Counter-Strike timing. Oh, good one.
Yeah. Does look like Yabby's going to get it as well. Surreal smokes towards the top. Akon steps out as well. He's lost his life. All of a sudden, that advantage, which was looking great for Endpoints at one point, it's completely eviscerated. It's only no steps remaining. At least he's able to get the trade in towards CT. 1 versus 2 clutch. But the problem is his health, Trav. He's only got 10 points of it left remaining.
He's picked up the AWP, makes it vaguely doable, but the problem is there's a big flank coming in, and how are you going to expect that? It's actually being absolutely full W coming in from Hooksy right now. They're going to try and pinch toward default. They actually don't really know that he's not toward triple yet, but yeah, Yabby's holding it anyway. And in the end, it's cleaned up beautifully. So 7-1 confirmed, and well, again, Hayes, I think that's just the star power of Copenhagen Flames showing up, isn't it?
It's actually, it is, Trav, because you're seeing the layers, right? Even when they try and make a play at the start of the round there and they kind of fumble and it doesn't go according to plan, they're still able to fall back on the other players who are left alive in the round, even though they're in a disadvantageous situation. And that just shows the depth that Copenhagen Flames have right now. They're playing some of the best Counter-Strike I've seen out of them, and they're looking incredibly consistent too, which is the most impressive part. It's not just glimpses, it's not just rounds or passages here or there. It's map in and map out. It's series in and series out. So looking really good right now for Copenhagen Flames. This is something to get excited about. They're looking in a good patch of form right now.
Yeah, this is the tier 1 form we've seen.
Exactly. This is the team that was at the major.
Exactly. This is the tier 1 form. This is not the struggle online Copenhagen Flames. They've sort of got their act together. Of course, there's a bit of uncertainty about their future, whether they would move to a different organisation. But once they figured that out, seems to have revitalised them once again. And already 2 picks have come through. Siphon's on balcony. He can't be found. Even Yabby swings for the final kill as well. And that buy round for Endpoint has just been picked apart piece by piece.
Yeah, that one literally looked easy for Copenhagen Flames. That's the only word that comes to mind. It's 8-1 right now. Remember, guys, they lead the series 1-0. They won map 116-8 there over on Overpass. That was their map pick here on their opponents. They are looking incredibly comfortable. The only round they've dropped so far was against a force buy where Endpoint caught them off guard with the B rush. So that doesn't bode really that well for Endpoint's cause, does it?
No, not in the slightest whatsoever. Led under pistols again, as you say, and we're about on the edge of making it 9-1. And Copenhagen Flames' scary form is continuing. Don't forget, the last match we casted of Copenhagen Flames was just a Roy and Yabby exhibition against Anonymo, winning 16-0.
Raw dog.
And yeah, it's looking like they're on that same form again. They are the top 2 rated players in the entire event for a reason.
Fun to watch as well, Trav, because they're not afraid, right? These riflers, they're G's, man. These guys are gangsters. Siphon, Yabby, like the youngsters, they play by their own rules, not afraid to sort of redefine the paradigms of Counter-Strike, take fights that would normally be ill-advised, take initiative, create space. Roy, we all know how goddamn confident he is, so much experience. Nico exudes that as well. You see it in social media. And never going to be verified, of course. The only one out of a lot of them. So,
oh, you've done him like that?
Unlucky for you, Nico.
I mean, it is a bit
He's
of an L
12 and
plus
4.
ratio. It is a bit of an L plus ratio,
Yeah.
but like, at the same time, it's unfortunate. I still don't understand how that's necessarily worked, considering I think all of his teammates are verified.
Yes, they
right?
all are. Yeah, since the major, they
So
are.
what's happened? So what's
Even
happened
Siphon.
there then?
I'm pretty
Come
sure
on.
even Siphon and Yabby are, if I'm not
If there's
mistaken.
anyone that works for Twitter Esports watching this game somehow, some way, just verify Nico. He's literally part of the team. He's literally
real.
He's real.
His
He's one of the
account
most-
is legit.
is one of the most
he's a
important
famous
factors of the team.
Yeah.
He's the AWPer, for goodness
He's
sake.
actually one of the best AWPers in Denmark right now, actually, by the way. Like, come on, guys.
Oh,
All right, well,
Goodness me.
9-1, Trav, 9-1. We've gotten to this point at a rate of knots. At least there's another game coming up after this, which is something I'm looking forward to. Skate versus Mars and XT. I'd be a little bit distraught if we were going to be ending our extreme, super exciting and hyped playoff match in a very swift 2-0 fashion. So there's more to come after this, guys. Mars and XT and Skate, but maybe more to come here in the series as well. Let's find out. Endpoint, come on, boys.
come on, boys, indeed. I honestly, like, as you say, I completely agree with you. I want to see a competitive series, no doubt about it. But yeah, I'm unsure at the moment what to see from them, because at the moment, again, I mean, they have a buy, like it's a full 5 rifles, and of course good utility. But look at Nico, he's got the AWP and he's going aggressive with the Tech 9 because it's close up. That's the confidence that we're seeing right now. They doesn't even need the AWP, just pick up the sidearm, the powerful Tech 9, and in comes the A play. Can they punish it? He's now isolated toward Palace behind that smoke. Yabby, he's stuck towards CT and has been spotted, but Nico just pushes through it and jumps down out of the ladder. What's going on? Nico just doesn't give a damn, and he's even switched to the AK to go for a duel with that rifle as well. He loses it, and the round still may go in Endpoint's favour, but that is actual madness.
Yeah, I mean, it is still an opportunity.
Oh.
Yeah, Yabby going to step up from CT, and the transfer is too easy. Any hope there for Endpoint completely snuffed out, Trav.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. That is unreal. Yabby is 16 and 3. Nico
Oh,
just
look at the spray
spray.
paint. So
Wow.
fitting.
if that's anything to rub salt in the wounds, that's it. Oh, look at the odds. 34 odds on Endpoint. Absolute madness.
We do need
Incredible.
to talk about interviews, Trav.
Yeah,
and,
we are.
How that's going to happen.
Of course, yeah. Like, I think Copenhagen Flames. I'd be love to hear what they have to say about their current form. Absolutely. So, I think they'll be super happy at the moment, no doubt about it.
Of course. How should we do them though? Because we have to split them up. Only one of us can do
Yeah,
them.
I just got the memo. Yeah, I wanted to.
It is
try
going to be Boros who finds the opening pick. This is another vital gun round. Oh, great kill there from Boros in towards snipers, taking Hooksy down through the smoke. And that is a perfect way for Endpoint to start off this vital gun round. If there's any chance of them still giving themselves a hope here, still fighting on their map pick here in the series, it needs to come through. This is where they need to begin their campaign. Oh, Royce, he's missed him. That's not 4x3 black bars, nothing. That's just plain and simple, lack of awareness. And it's going to be all the kills that come through for the T side.
Yeah, finally. It's going to take them taking them a while to recover, but in the end they will deal with Zyphon under Balk. And 10-1. Sure, it's going to turn into 10-2, but it's still a long road back. I can't believe what Nico did. I'm still kind of baffled what Nico did in that previous round. Just taking his AWP away. Actually, he's going to go for this. Nico's going to go for this, 100%. He's got plenty of time left on the bomb. He gets 2 picks in toward mid. He can switch to the AK. He's 17 and 5. He's going to go straight through the Molotov. It only takes a few ticks of damage to it. Max and Nertz, wouldn't say they're split up. They are rotating back in together right now, so they're going to be here pretty quickly. He's waiting for that recovery. Max, you can sort of feel the nerves, him just sitting toward the default position, but in the end Nico goes hunting a bit too hard and Max takes him down. But yeah, I got scared for a second because how this game's going, why not?
Oh, I mean, it was Copenhagen Flames giving a lot of fights there to Endpoint as well, but really nice shots landed by Boros to start off that round, and then from there they're able to get the kills necessary. They've got the numbers to just trade their way forward afterwards, and they do get another round back. That brings to an end the 9-round win streak from Copenhagen Flames. What a run that was. Will it be enough to pretty much win the map and with that the series, or is there another twist in the tail here yet to be seen?
Yeah, I got concerned for a moment with Nico feeling it so much. He might even find that clutch as well. But not to be this time. He's got a bit of a gap on the right-hand side of the smoke, of course. Run boost comes in, goes for the judgment flick, and hits it. But I'm afraid that's 95 in 1 with a...
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that he doesn't find that kill. At least damage is done, and when you've got someone like Boros legged as well, that's a nice player to sort of have handicapped going into the rest of the round, if anything, right? Endpoint haven't been able to get any kills. At least they've been able to get themselves a bit of control, though, right? Like, they've got middle to work with, and it's been fairly uncontested up until now. There are still some players around the fringes. You've got Ladder Room and Connector as well being taken up, so it's not going to be an easy transition here for Endpoint from middle into an execute.
window. Roy should find Boros. He should. But should is a strong word in CS. Boros is refusing to show himself. He's waiting for rotations, of course, because they are going toward B. That's why he sat here. It makes sense to put the player on low HP to be the player looking for the flanks, but Roy will take him out, and now Nico can shine on the B-bomb site. Gets one, Roy will pounce from short, gets his second kill of the round, looking for more as well. Takes so much damage, and in the end, Yabi comes and helps out. And of course, again, it's the Roy and Yabi combination, 2 kills each. Yabi even makes the little B-hop off the van toward the balcony. That's just when you know everything's going your way.
Do you notice how nice Roy's positioning was there as well? He doesn't actually overextend and take the fight with the players in apartments. I hope we get to see it here in the replay. Yes, look, he doesn't step any further left in this. He forces them to actually drop out of apps to take the fight with him, because if he steps a step to his left, he fights with them while they're still up in apartments, and they have the advantage. So he forces them to come into his territory before they get the fight they're looking for. It's another eco now for Endpoint. They're going to look to try and go towards the A side. Does look like the CTs want to get aggressive. Siphon along with Roy. Oh, that HE grenade. Actually, not going to do all that much in the end. Endpoint make their way back.
So, again, that round was just, as you say, the experience of Roy and the power of waiting for your rotator. Yabi coming in to help out. That puts him up to 18 and 4. And Hayes, I didn't think that Roy and Yabi could stat pad more than they did against Anonymo. I mean, they're not going to, but they're certainly adding to it. This is just an unbelievable set of results coming in at the moment. It forces Endpoint down to pistols again. We're looking at 12-2. Siphon gets the first, Alan the second, and even gets the third as well before Nertz finally puts him to rest.
Yeah, I'd say, like, you know, Roy and Yabi were, you know, you could rely on them coming into this map and the series just because of how good they've looked in the tournament so far. I'd say Siphon and Nico have been, like, maybe the two most impressive players. You know, Nico's just been lights out in particular here on Mirage with 19 kills. Had a lot of impact on Overpass as well with both the rifle and the AWP. And I'd say Siphon as well did a lot of work, right? Like, you know, Hooksy, he is loving life right now as the IGL. He's just pulling all the strings. Everything's going according to plan. His players are all on point, like in beast mode form. Makes his job a lot easier as well.
Yeah, exactly. And it's been insane to see, you know, how Nico's been playing with that confidence as well. I mean, we saw that ridiculous play in toward Palace with the Tech 9. Even dropping down out of the ladder as well. I was taken aback by that one. And Endpoint once again forced into a bit of a rough situation. They need this final round of the half to have any chance, you would think. 13-2. It's going to be way too much to ask. It's going to be their third attempt at a run boost toward mid, and that one's probably their worst one yet, unfortunately. Thankfully, it doesn't really, you know, it doesn't end Max's life. But Yabi's here, watching toward the bench. Should spot a player, but this time he finally misses a shot. Boros answers back. Yeah,
I wouldn't want to have to contest Boros in that type of a fight. Nice shot coming through there from him to find that opening pick for Endpoint. Here's going to be Roy in towards Snipe as that smoke fades himself, and Boros will have a bit of a fight coming through between the two of them right now. Boros is the more ready between them. Maybe that sets the round in motion. Yes, good flashbang as well. Finally, Siphon makes a bit of a stand. Is that going to be sending them towards the opposite side of the map? No. He just gets the one kill. It's only Hooksy left. He hasn't had to do much here, Trav. Let's see. 1v4 clutch?
Well, he's only 5 and 5. That's the life of a B player when your rest of your teammates are absolutely owning. I think he knows that the AWP's possibly toward... Oh, that smoke. That smoke didn't really help his view, actually, there toward Crucial, and Crucial does hit the shot. So, only 4 kills for Crucial on the half, and that really shows how that AWP battle has gone, right? I mean, Nico has just been absolutely dominating on the server. 19 and 8 for him, only 4 for Crucial, only 4 for Max as well. And now we go into Copenhagen Flames' T side, with them only 4 rounds away from a quarter-final against Ents, another very impressive team right now.
I mean, honestly speaking, Copenhagen Flames would back themselves going up against Ents in the form they're in right now. So
yeah.
That would be a fantastic quarterfinal. I would love to watch that game. Considering the form both these teams are in. I mean, Ents have just looked so good in Pro League as well. Anyway, 12-3. Dominant first half coming through from the Danish squad. Now they shift themselves aggressively in towards the A side. Smoke in towards jungle and stairs. And all 5 players push their way through. But there's numbers here for the CT side as well.
Nice. Oh, lovely hold from Boris. Oh, he makes it 4 as well. Okay. Boris is back to play. They've only got 4 rounds on the board. And he's got 18 kills. Look at this. Look at the scoreboard on the right. Wait, 5, 9... 19. Okay, so they have around 23 kills between them. Boris has 18.
Yeah, that is a pretty good indication as to what's going on here. I mean, Boros has been a fantastic performer here for Endpoint in particular. Mirage's accuracy is a great. Form has been on point. And they win another pistol. Oh, I think... is this the first pistol round they've won in the series? Because I know they've lost 2 out of 3 for sure. I can't remember the first pistol round, the first of the map, because they lost the second one.
I think they won that one because Max denied the bomb plant. Do you remember on Overpass?
Yeah,
I think they won
that.
Go. Yeah.
So,
wow, I remember
points
something.
in case. Nice, there we go, Trav. Points in case as they add another pistol round to their tally. And it's going to be a hard eco coming through from Copenhagen Flames in response. Literally not a single penny invested into the round, so it should be an easy cleanup here for Endpoint.
And I love that as well because that's literally the one choice that gets this game over as quick as possible, right? Like you want to get the rifles into in the next round as fast as you can. That is a choice they've made to buy up in the third, and they're going to be facing the MP9, the FAMAS as well. They certainly have the advantage.
Yeah. AK is coming out to play. Big boys on the server now up against a couple M4s for Mus and an MP9. Mighty Max 4 kills, 5 for Crucial and 6 for Nerdstrap. So that's problematic, isn't it, when you consider the fact Crucial was also very quiet on Overpass. He hasn't been able to pitch up here against Copenhagen Flames in this series. Unfortunately, lots of flashes towards mid. Nice jump coming through from Nerds, but actually going back for the reface cost him his life. Surreal swings out the smoke. Will be able to get a kill. There's lots of action rolling through right now. Crucial looking to stamp his authority, and he actually will be able to come good with the big double kill. So there we go. That's the impact we're looking for.
It is. Nice swing toward window. Double peak comes in to deal with the entire mid pressure, and that is a really nice counter because one of the most obvious things to do on your first gun round on the T side, when you know that Endpoint still have their lower weaponry, the MP9 and FAMAS, is take the long range duels toward mid. So I love the fact they pounce with the M4s as well. Really nice counter from Endpoint. Just smart counter strike, guessing correctly, but a lot of thought process has gone into that guesswork. But they might still not win the round. Nico and Siphon are both alive. Been very impressive so far today. And they have some utility still as well, and full control of the bomb on Nico's back.
Yeah, a bit of time left here to play with as well. You've got Bottles in this forward position towards A-ramp. He's the one that Endpoint are sort of relying on for the information on the safe side of the map. You can see the other 2 players, they're both hard committed to the B-bomb site. Copenhagen Flames, they would have loved an extra 15 seconds to play with here in this round. I think that would have made a big difference. Will they expect Bottles to be here? They've still got quite a few places to clear out. All the traditional spots first, jungle, CT, on the site, under Palace. Only then might they start to consider A-ramp itself, and 18 seconds left. Surely Endpoint have to start considering the fact that they're on the A-bomb side, and Bottles gets those audio cues now.
Ah, yeah, that's perfectly played. Boris, that's the one place you can position yourself and really have a big advantage. Nico won't be able to get the... well, he will be able to get the bomb down, but he won't be able to pull out his gun in time. And Endpoint recover. So that was well played. They deal with Copenhagen Flames' first T-buy in this half, and they still have half the score of the farm smiley face boys, but they are building up a little bit of a run now. They're going to be on pistols again. We should see 12-7, and who knows where we go from there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point. Endpoint, are they maybe giving us something to get excited about? Yeah, we're going to have some AKs coming back into the action here. Copenhagen Flames with the bomb plant, I suppose, feel like they want to try and keep the pressure onto Endpoint.
Yeah, that's not a bad decision, of course, with the bomb plant coming in. It's giving them a bit of extra money, of course. So, I can hear ticks in the chat. Does that mean we're having a pause? We are. We're having a bit of a reset. I was about to say, as soon as it's a telltale sign, isn't it, Hayes? You hear the ticks, the dreaded ticks, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I think we might be resetting the round. So yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah, especially if they're mid-round.
Exactly, yeah, especially if they're mid-round.
It's either NT, but if you have multiple, it's definitely a reset coming through there. Okay. Rather NT, nice shot, NS, right? So yes. There we go. What you got for us? Give us the goods.
We have a message from Hooksy saying Xiphon lagged out. So, I mean, even because there was no damage done in that round whatsoever, they're going to obviously, just take the opportunity to reset it. Because obviously, if Xiphon lagged out, even if we got reconnected mid-round, he obviously wouldn't be in the position that they wanted him to be in. So, quick reset, no problem. And we're back underway again in a matter of, 15 seconds? Easy.
Yeah, nice and easy. We've got some of the best admins on the scene, don't we?
Of course.
On the scene, in the scene.
On the
as
server.
We do seem to be back underway, yeah. It is going to be Copenhagen Flames, as we mentioned. They've got the reinvestment coming through here. It doesn't look great in the way of utility, but they've got the firepower and a few pieces to work with. Crucial goes on a bit of an explorative mission, and he finds himself a wild Xiphon.
He does. Even with Xiphon not lagging, it's an easy find. And Crucial gets his opening pick. So important for him to start putting up a run on the CT side. He struggled on T for sure. Only 4 kills in total. Already he's got 4 in the first few rounds of this half.
Oh, going to be a big fight here coming through from Roy if there's any chance for Copenhagen Flames. Not necessarily because he wants to unlock the save bomb site, but no, it's beautiful awareness there. Just how he steps off the angle, gets his crosshair in the perfect place as well. As the smoke completely fades there, he gets the kill. And that allows him to just maintain like the full focus on this B-bomb site, not feel like they have to rotate somebody off. 5 versus 3. Is the execute coming through right now. Flashes over the top. Mighty Max will fall first. Surreal looking to try and make a stand. He's been able to find a kill, but the trade comes through afterwards.
Really good entry from Nico, but they can't afford to lose another man here. They have to keep 2 people alive because this retake's going to be so difficult in a 2v3 still. Have got retake util. They've got smokes from the bomb as well, and Boris is in a great spot. That's a lovely tap. Shot indeed. Nico gone. Now it's all down to Hooksy. We've seen him do some magical stuff before. He needs another one now. There's 1, there's 2, and he's got full health still as Hooksy. Spots the information, does so much damage to Nertz, but Nertz does damage too. It's 16 versus 3. Who swings when? It's 1 bullet either which way of it. Hooksy's going to swing, but no. Nertz just about recovers it. NT Hooksy. But Endpoint stay on the right track.
I love how patient Nertz was in that clutch as well. And the 1 versus 1 didn't start getting antsy and forcing the issue and looking to try and close the gap on Hooksy. Knew he had done a lot of damage to Hooksy and he had time on his side with the kit on his back. So just sort of plays out that timer. Hooksy's actually the one who starts getting concerned that he might be getting pushed. So he has to try and get information and that cost him his life. 12-7. Endpoint continue their fight back. There's going to be a time match here from the T side who will definitely be buying up again. I mean, they're just going to have a streak of buys here with that round loss bonus coming in clutch and the bomb plants as well. But okay, Endpoint, I see you here on your map pick here. Still a lot of work to be done, but they're showing signs of life, Trav.
They are, and it's I'm impressed with it. No shadow of a doubt. 4 rounds in a row to start off the CT side. Copenhagen Flames would have been feeling absolutely fine at 12-3. Well, now it's game on. 5 rounds of difference. Of course, the way the rounds have sort of transpired in the opening few in this half is that with that save coming in, Copenhagen Flames can just continue to buy over and over with the bomb plants and the amount of kills they've got, and it keeps the pressure on the CT economy. So it's not like they're having to eco much. They only really had 1 eco in this out of the 4 so far.
Yeah, exactly. Because of that max round loss bonus coming through. Obviously, when you lose the pistol, you get 2 counts of round loss bonus, and they're getting plants regularly too. So all makes a difference coming together. Chipping in. Does look like they're going to be trying to take the focus towards middle right now, and then probably turning it into a B hit.
But Jump spot from Max and Surreal in position as well. It's the UK duo to defend the B-bomb site. Roy has control toward mid, but we are going in toward B very quickly. They'll jump in. Surreal gets the opening kill. Max has not yet shown his hand yet, and he does get a lovely tap toward Nico. A fadeaway tap as well, but Yabi trades it, and there's Roy's position. Takes Nertz out on the rotation. Problem is, even though they do have a 2v2, once again, their health is not looking strong. But they don't need to commit toward B, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to fall back off of it.
How long until Crucial actually starts to consider the fact that he might be getting pushed from ramp here? And it actually looks like Roy's going pretty quickly as well. Crucial still watching towards connector and towards ramp. How exposed is he is the question. Now he starts to check ramp just in time as Roy arrives. He saw him. He definitely saw him 100%. I'm right there with you. Looks like Roy has the awareness as well coming on the corner. It's a free frag. Roy has brought his team back into this round with 2 fantastic kills. Yabi has 2 of his own, and it's looking like it's going to be the deadly duo to do the job here for Copenhagen Flames and get them their first round on the seaside.
Boris has got a great chance at this one, though. 1 versus 2, incendiary, nade as well. One of these nades could take down one of these 2 endpoint players. Smoke for the bomb as well, can force them out. He's got everything going for him in this clutch. It's very, very doable. Creeping towards CT. He's going to be looking for the duel toward Roy first. Roy, 1 bullet from death, but he looks away. And now Boris will run away. That will probably be Roy's chance to peek. He's going to go onto the bomb. He's going to stick the bomb, actually. And actually, they're not peeking yet. It's going to be hard to find him. In the end, they do, though.
Oh, my God.
And in the end, oh, my goodness, what a recovery. Once again, look at that, Hayes. The dynamic duo, Yabi and Roy, get all 5 kills between them.
And also, I mean, that wasn't just like, hey guys, let's just steamroll them and have fun, and Yabi and Roy are just making it look easy. That was a tough round. That was a difficult round. They lost a lot of picks there. A couple of their plans failed as well. They had to fall back on multiple different strategies and mid-round decisions. And Yabi and Roy didn't even have match health in a lot of the fights that they were taking. Yabi had to completely pull himself out of that B bomb side after committing, right? So just lots of really nice little plays coming throughout that round to actually get Copenhagen Flames across the line. Crucial vitally missed the spot on Roy towards ramp. I mean, who knows how that changes the complexion of the round if he stays around and gets that kill.
Yeah, exactly. Such a huge difference. I can't believe Crucial didn't spot him, but, you know, you can never judge that sort of situation because, you know, like, even though we saw him, one, res differences, of course, and also, you know, the fact that he could easily just been looking to the left-hand side of his screen when he, you know, moved away. We definitely saw him, but unfortunately he didn't, and Roy gets the crucial kill. 13-7, Endpoint. Bye, not the greatest in this one. This is probably a must-win.
Yeah, this is for the series. If they lose this round, it's going to be a very quick ending here, I'm pretty sure. Swift 2-0, 16-8, 16-7, and Endpoint won't feel like they've done themselves justice. I mean, we've seen glimpses, right, which is almost the worst part. It's not like they just got destroyed 16-3, 16-3, and it's like, all right, well, tip your hat to the opponents. We never stood a chance. It's like, no. For the first half of Overpass, I mean, Endpoint were giving it to Copenhagen Flames, and then, you know, at the start here on the second half of Mirage as well, there's been some fights. Hopefully, still more left in them.
Hopefully, because I said beforehand, didn't I, before the series got underway, that it was a 16-5, 16-11 when these two teams face each other in the regular Swiss stage. Well, at the moment, it's looking to be even better for Copenhagen Flames this time around.
Yeah, Endpoints have been able to keep 5 players alive here for a decent amount of time. The round's starting to shift where into a position or period, should I say, where Copenhagen Flames have to make some moves. The ball is in their court right now. They've been fine to just have the passive approach so far, holding their angles, maintaining their control, but now they need to shift into some sort of an execute. Mighty Max in a forward position will win a big gunfight there with Siphon.
Yeah, but the problem is Nico's already made his way all the way up short, so if Max falls back, and if he goes all the way through the window to the balcony, he will get taken out, but he's very aware that short's open. That's smart play from Mighty Max.
No one else is here, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually surprising. They're going to continue to pounce on it. Maybe because they just thought that was the lurk player. Nico's all the way up, all the way up. Max seems to have an idea that it could be a possibility, but there are 2 players coming from apartments, and Roy's taking Nertz in the meantime. In comes the run. There's one, and Nico gets toward Van in exactly the right time. What brilliant teamwork that is. Crucial goes aggressive. Nico just rips his head off, and it's all down to Surreal in between a rock and a hard place. Takes up his knife at just the wrong time as well. Roy takes him too. Oh, Hayes, how well played was that from Copenhagen Flames?
Bang on, Trav. Bang on, beautiful counter-strike coming through from Copenhagen Flames, a round in which they didn't have much going for them, by the way, just middle control. Then from there, they start shifting themselves over towards apartments. Mighty Max proves to be a menace. He gets a kill, decides to keep himself there as the lone player. He would have made that call as the IGL and the B anchor, right? The thing is, Nico coming up short had the information that Mighty Max hadn't gotten out of app, so the two players for Copenhagen Flames pushing forward knew there was a player somewhere there. They trade Max out, and he's the only player on that side of the map. The round is pretty much over.
Yep.
Let's not forget Roy's effort, though, coming through from Palace. 3 kills, keeping all the players there and finding the frags. I mean, that's a huge effort coming out of the Star.
Exactly. And look what it's done. It's forced Endpoint to play for overtime. They have 4 default pistols. I'm afraid this one could be on the edge of being over. Let's see, though. You never know. Hooksy's got the MAC-10. He knows the situation the Endpoint are in. Looking to farm up that cash when, in reality, they might not even need it.
Yeah, I mean, potentially not. We're going to see. It should be an easy conversion here for Copenhagen Flames. Look to further build on that economic position that they've got themselves right now. There's a stack on the same bomb side here, but I mean, with the USBs, it's unfortunate. Even though they've got themselves on the correct side of the map, you still don't really expect them to be able to get all that much done. Rushed down by the MAC-10. It's actually crucial who might be able to find another kill here if he goes unchecked in the site itself.
Yeah, actually
You
impressed.
just wish he had a 5-7.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm impressed he hasn't shown himself yet. They are looking to try and plant the bomb, actually, without checking it. But it's being planted on the edge of triple. Does he peek now? He does. Nico's not looking. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no!
No.
Oh.
It's been a tough day for Crucial.
The worst part
The
of that...
USP's so ass, man. It's so ass against armored opponents as well. Like, it just feels broken. It doesn't work. It doesn't... Shooting enemies from behind as well, like in the back of the head.
I mean,
it doesn't work.
I was about to say that. Also, the worst part about that is that the animation of him coming off the plant was just coming in as well. So that just adjusted
like standing
his
up
head.
and stuff.
He's like standing up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, well,
God.
If that sort of tells the tale of how this match has gone so far, for Crucial and in general for Endpoint, it's kind of that. Any other pistol, he gets that kill. We know that as a fact.
15-7. 15-7. Copenhagen Flames on the cusp of just, shifting themselves into the quarterfinals and making it look easy in the process, Trav. I mean, I did say at the beginning of Overpass, by the way, I'm just going to toot my horn here, that I felt like if Copenhagen Flames just kept playing the great Counter-Strike they have been lately, that this would absolutely be their win for the taking, and it might be a fairly convincing fashion.
Yeah.
And that has absolutely been the case.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you on that. I mean, I said at the time also that, if Endpoint get to a third, then I think they've done a good job. But yeah.
True, you did mention that, yeah.
Yeah, it's
all right, 15-7. They've got guns at least going in towards Cypher though. Crosshairs on point, only good for damage though.
Yeah, damage is enough to take a player, that's for sure. Just damage to both, unfortunately. So Endpoint get away with the opening pick this time. Yabi's directly behind the Palace smoke at the moment. If you sit in those smokes, often your vision can return to you before that of the opponent. Is that going to work out for Yabi? That's the question. He still sat in it, and actually, he's going to hear some rotations coming in now. And there we go. He pounces at the right time. He's about to say. And the rotation came in from Boris. He falls back. Yabi gets the kill. But he does have utility out when Crucial peeks him. So kill in return. 4v3 still available.
The player towards CT is desperately trying to get in on the act as well. He wants to help Crucial out. That's Nerds right now on CT. Good attempt coming through, and actually there we go. I love that initiative being taken by Nerds, not baiting his teammate at all, knowing that Crucial had all the attention on him, and that's why Nerds had to sort of take that opportunity to make a play and get the kill, and he absolutely does. Good job. 1v3 here. It is the madman himself, though. What a beast he's been lately. Roy certainly shouldn't be counting him out of this one, but it's a tough one. I mean, time is not on his side, in fact.
It's time, yeah. That's second player in con.
Impossible.
Oh, he knows where both players are, though.
And he's heard the guy behind him, by the way.
There's no time for this. If he had 30 seconds, I'd be confident, but yeah. Max peaks.
Even 10 more seconds, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Because then he could take one more kill and then possibly, fake the bomb and something like that. Try and play some mind games. But yeah, Endpoint stay alive. And then you see the odds on the screen right now. 85 odds kind of tells the tale of how much it's going to be tough for them to come back into this one. Match winner odds, of course. Reminder, you can scroll down and click all the panels below our stream to get involved with our partners. We've got AstroPay, MSI doing a giveaway right now as well. And if you complete our survey, there's a chance for you to win some tasty skins too. So get yourself involved with that. Is this going to be the final round of the game, Hayes?
Could be. Remember, everybody, we got an interview coming up after this game with one of the players from the winning team. Spoiler, looking like that's going to be Copenhagen Flames. Oh, look at Gabby coming through on the timer right now. Drops onto Nerds, but he also drops straight into the underworld. He's lost his life, but it's just the Sea of Red and the kill feed immediately after that. Roy finds himself a sick multi on the entry. Nice awareness there from Surreal. Should be able to finish off this kill. Nico Dodge is going to try and stay tucked in there for as long as he can, and it's a 1v3.
It is. It's all down to Max. Doesn't have a kit picked up yet as well. There is one near the site, I believe, but actually maybe not. And there we go. He can see it on ramp, but unfortunately he's messed up his smoke. He's smoked stairs for the T side. Bit of a shame. And this is way too difficult to find.
Roy.
It's Copenhagen Flames to once again show ridiculous form, and they will be another team through to the quarterfinal invite stage. They'll face Ents in the next round.
Yeah, they will. And absolutely, you know what? I back Copenhagen Flames to be competitive in that series against Ents as well, who are looking in good form right now. We've seen them going up against some of the best in the world and looking strong, but still, Copenhagen Flames are in some fantastic form. And Ents is a team that they've played against that I'm pretty sure that they've beaten in like the past sort of 6 months. So it's like opponents they're familiar with. Anyway, They did look great. Commiserations to Endpoint. Probably a bit aggrieved with themselves, Trav, that we saw glimpses, but not enough sort of potential to say they did themselves justice.
Yeah, I mean, they played like okay, like as we said, and as you said on map 1, it was kind of, was it 16-8 in the end? Was it actually 16-8? That's kind
Yes, it was. Yeah,
not really representative of. In the end, Copenhagen Flames won the crucial force buy round, and then the second after that to sort of break the economy, get it up to 13-8, and then they never looked back. And unfortunately, as I said, I do believe that is I think that's a 16-8 win, so not really much improvement from last time out.
Very accurate there, Trav, and it was a great performance in the end from Copenhagen Flames, who progressed through to the next stage of the playoffs. As for Endpoint, their run comes to an end here in the Pinnacle Cup, joining the likes of GamerLegion and For Glory being eliminated here in the first round. There is still one game left remaining, though. We'll talk a bit about that after we talk about the bracket. As you can see, BLUEJAYS were able to overcome GamerLegion in a great victory there, so they'll go up against Dignitas tomorrow. Yeah, and now we also see Copenhagen Flames playing Ents. Yeah,
that's an exciting matchup to see BLUEJAYS winning that map 1, 28-26. That is a scoreline and a half. And there's the top of the bracket as well. A very exciting match to come up next. That is Mouse NXT versus Skade. We will be with you for that one. And the winner of that plays Vitality. Now, isn't that exciting? What a banger that's going to be. And I can't wait to see how that one pans out for either one of those teams, and especially Vitality, who are not looking as hot as they should be right now.
Yeah, certainly going to be a fun game to see how they go up against two informed teams, right? Obviously, Miles and NXT have made a force change with JDC going up. But you know what? Let's get on that conversation when we get back in about an hour. It's going to be Miles and NXT versus Skade, the last game of the day, obviously, with the quick series here. We have a bit of an extended break. But before the break, Trav, getting a bit ahead of myself, it's time for you to have a conversation. Get in on that.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. We have Zyphon, I believe, for an interview coming up in a few seconds. So hopefully, with our little smooth transition, we can grab you. Zyphon, hello. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. Congratulations on your win. You guys are on insane form right now. What's been the key for you in recent matches to have Roy and Yabi just owning everyone?
Well, of course, it's nice that they are playing really good right now, but also as a team, we're doing so. I feel like we're doing really well, and we're playing the situations good, and we're having good communications, and no one is like falling down in a hole. We're all playing well and keeping the spirit up.
That's excellent. Yeah, I do agree that especially in the online era, looking cohesive as a team and being consistent is so difficult, and you're doing that brilliantly right now. Final question. I don't want to keep you for too long. What are your thoughts on your quarterfinal opponents, Ents? That should be a really interesting game because Ents are on incredible form right now, as we saw in Pro League.
Yeah, I think they are gonna underestimate us a little bit because they just came from a big LAN and they won against some good opponents. So it's gonna be a tough match, but I think we can take this one.
Yeah, I think you're on great form, absolutely. So thank you very much for your time, and we'll let you get back to stuff with your team. So thank you very much, appreciate it.
See ya.
Hello, Hayes. we're back.
Yeah,
That was a lovely quick transition.
I mean, awesome to get to chat to Siphon as well. I love the point that he makes there about, yes, Yabi and Roy are in great form right now. Yes, it's nice to have them just banging people on the server, but it's actually the team success, which is their success is largely predicated off of their teamwork. And it's everybody who's working really well right now. They're working well together. The systems are working. Everybody's, in it together type of thing. As you mentioned, nobody's sort of losing their head or in a bit of a negative mental space, maybe if things aren't going well. So I kind of made that, I ascertained that as well from the outside of the server, because I saw they were playing so well, and it's cool to hear that from the inside too.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, it's great to hear from the players, and of course, we have to keep it short and sweet so we get them back to their team. Hopefully, we have another interview later on for the winner of Mao's NXT versus Skade. That'll be coming up in around about an hour, guys. Don't go anywhere. Should be a really exciting matchup. We get to see who is the last team that makes it through to the quarterfinal invite stage. We'll see you then.
Withdrawing with AstroPay is really simple. Go to your favorite site and choose AstroPay as withdrawal method. Then type the amount that you want to withdraw, type your mobile number, and click on the Confirm button. Now, enter your wallet with your usual credentials and your money is available in your wallet now. Decide if you want to extract money or buy on your favorite sites. Get the app in your favorite store or visit us at www.astropay.com.